Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is a Rabbabaya coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, The Truth Uncut. So I got this video where this so-called white man was talking about, the white race. And he was telling the truth about, what's going on within the race, about how, they talk about out of one side of their mouth how they're not racist, but they live off of the racism of their forefathers, which is totally true. So I thought it was interesting, and I want to play it. But before I play this video, I want to read a quick scripture. I want to go to Psalms chapter 73. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, for I was foolish at the, I'm sorry, Salaki. It says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. It says, for there is no bands in their death, and their strength is firm. It says, they're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And you see that right now. A lot of the things that they do, these agents, what I'm talking about, have killed in broad daylight, and they're off on paid leave. Where did that go? They didn't spend a day in jail. I want to tell you that this video is for teaching purposes. I'm not getting anything from it. Fair use, fair use. This is teaching purposes. But these agents have killed men in broad daylight and women, and and they're still walking the street, or they're at home with pay. So it says they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued as other men. Listen to this. This is definitely Esau right here. It says, therefore their pride compasseth them. It says, as a chain, and violence covered them as a garment. So you look at a lot of what they do, and wherever they're at, and whatever they're a part of, violence is around it as well. Death, So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Listen to this closely.
Have in white America is that most white people, when they hear about white racism, most white people say, man, that's not me. I never discriminated against anybody. Never did. In their sense of what discrimination means or what racism is, they may be right. But they sit residing in a system from which they take full benefit, a system that defines them in and defines black people out. We are going to have to face the fact that we are not a community. A community is where a lot of people develop mutually beneficial relationships with each other. And
I got a quick scripture just came to me. I wanna go to Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity, that work evil upon their beds, and when the morning is light, they practice it, because the power is in their hand. That's these people. That whole thing with the with these agents coming in here to round up the immigrants that they let in was all devised, through Esau. Verse 2, it says, they cover fields and they take them by violence, and houses they take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and a man and his heritage. So this is exactly what these people do. This is what they've been doing. They come through the earth and they oppress, steal, kill, and destroy. Let's get that one. I'm gonna get that one real quick. Let's go to John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I come that you might have life, and that you might have it more abundantly. So you'll find out that everywhere that this man is, I'm talking about Esau, it's chaos and destruction and death. Go ahead and let this video finish playing.
racist institutions and the political boundaries of our cities define black people out of the community. white people sit in their suburban homes and watch your television programs and hear about all of these laws that are being passed. Many of them are beginning to wonder, what is it with those colored people on there? Why are they so upset? All this wonderful stuff that we're doing for them. But we aren't focusing on the black man living on the block. He lives in a two-flat on that block. And he knows what the circumstance on that block was 10 years ago. And he knows what it is today. And he, too, has heard about all of those programs and laws being passed.
I want to say something, too. This man is talking about the programs. And the nature of Esau is self-preservation. He's very selfish, and he's a proud man. Let's get that. Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, that's his policies, his institutions, is all over the world. He is a proud man, never keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and as death, who cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap up unto him all people. So this is Esau. He wants everything, and he can't be satisfied with. He's saying that he gave us. He said that he gave the so-called black man programs and stuff like that. Yeah, he does do that. But then even in the programs, he discriminates, and he changes things, you know, and he puts him above the so-called black man, you know. And you'll find out through the scriptures that the so-called black man is the true people of the Lord, you know. But this man, when he was born, he was, he's the wicked. Let's get that. Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they're born, speaking lies. That's these people. Everything that they do is a lie. And it's all done for control and to manipulate and to oppress. To oppress who? The 12 tribes, the people of the Lord. That's his whole game. Deceit, and he always try to mislead. Let's get another scripture. Let's go to Sirach chapter 14, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, he that gather by defrauding his own soul gather for others, and should not spend his goods righteously. It says he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He should not take pleasure in his goods. So this man will take and I'm talking about this man, I'm talking about Esau. He'll take and pollute the very air that he breathes, the very water that he drink. He's evil to himself. It says, there is none worse than he that envieth himself. This is verse 6. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and that is a recompense of his wickedness. Now listen to this. He said that they gave us programs and things like that. What does the scripture say? Verse 7, it says, if he doeth good, he do it unwillingly, and at last he will declare his wickedness. So this is a perfect example of Esau. He'll take and do something wicked, and then so-called or say that he's throwing us a bone, but everything that he does or everything that he gives us is to oppress us and to put himself over the 12 tribes, the people of the Lord. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom till next time, Lord willing. Shalom. You know what? Let me finish this off. Salakia. Let me finish this.
But the hard fact of the matter is that things are not changing for him. It's no wonder that the white population and the black population are pitted against each other.
Right.
When the black man knows that the change is not coming, and the white man thinks that major efforts are being undertaken when they are not. So I don't think anybody should be surprised when one sees the black people in an open attack on the system because I suspect that they don't see that there is any other realistic alternative. The problem that we have in white America is...
So, yeah, the end all be all is that, you know, the so-called black man is being punished by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for our disobedience, you know, for not being obedient to the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. But very soon our time is going to be up. It's coming to an end as we speak, as we're sitting here, and we're going to get our power, and we're going to take our rightful position in this earth. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. It says, "Fear not, thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth, and thou shalt thresh the mountains." When he talks about the mountains, he's talking about, that's parabolic for the heathen big kingdoms, and hills are for the heathen small kingdoms. So it says, "Thou shalt thresh the mountains, and thou shalt beat them small, and thou shalt make the hills as chaff." It says, "And thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the house of the Holy One of Israel." So, you know, right now, we at a low point, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to restore us back very soon. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Hashem Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom until next time, Lord willing. Shalom.